Now we know that Jesus says in Luke, he says, whoever is not for me is against me. So we know that these people are against Christ and they're against God. And Jesus is saying to these people, don't worry. I know who they are. I know what you're going through. He says to them, do not fear what you are about to suffer. Behold, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, and you may be tested. And for 10 days you will have tribulation. I mean, this church, the suffering's not done. He says, you're going to have more. Don't worry about it. You're going to have some more suffering. Jesus says not to fear. I mean, in Matthew, Jesus says, don't fear those that can kill the body, but fear him who can kill the soul in hell. Basically saying, we're not to fear man, we are to fear God. Man can kill the body, but he can't do anything to your soul. And that's what matters. He doesn't want us to fear people or persecution. He wants us to fear him. Because when we fear people, we're debilitated. It's a sin that debilitates us. We can't do anything. I mean, my kids were downstairs one night, playing in the basement. And all of a sudden, Beth and I hear this blood-curdling scream from both of them. Now, you know, a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, their voices are high. And it's like, ah! You know, this awful scream. And I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody broke an arm. You know, so I'm running downstairs just about breaking my leg, trying to get down to him. And there was, from the ceiling, hanging a spider about that big. And I'm like, why are you scared of the spider? He's that big. So I killed him. Of course, I'm a hero. But I'm like, why would you be scared of something that small? Huh? My wife doesn't like spiders either. So I'm always the hero at home. The other day I killed one with my hand. It was like, oh, Daddy killed it with his hand. Just remember, this is the same hand that smacks you. No. God tells us that, you know what? People, to him, are like that spider. God's a big God. Don't fear people. Don't fear the circumstances, because fear robs us of the peace that comes from God. Philippians 4:7 says, and the peace of God which surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. And that's exactly what Satan wants to do when he makes you scared of something. He wants to rob you of the grace and the peace we have in God and the comfort in our hearts. Because if he could get us scared, our hearts become unguarded and he has an opening. I'm telling you, Satan is active. He is on the prowl, looking for people who are fearful, so he can wheedle his way in and deceive us and move us away from Christ. He wants nothing more than that.